Hi friends, welcome to the channel. My name is Jessica J. This is Jessica J Create, where I create and share with the hopes of inspiring and connecting with you. Today we are doing a very exciting video. It is currently New Year's Eve, yay, and I am really feeling the New Year's spirit this year. But before we get too far into that, let's go ahead and review 2024 and say goodbye. Mwah, mwah, bye. Okay, so I did create goals for this channel for my sewing practice in 2024. I do have a video of all those goals in detail linked down below for you, but I'm going to do a quick little overview and just share how the year has gone for me. So if that's something you're interested in, keep on watching. I hope you enjoy. I don't know what I'm doing. It's been a while since I've been in front of the camera, y'all, okay? So bear with me here. And I do have my notes, so if I keep looking down, that is why, okay? So I created my goals using the four that's 8. Oh, geez. 4 intentions for the channel, which is create, share, inspire, and connect. So in my create category, I had sew from my stash, recycle my scraps, focus on skills in my sewing practice, particularly tailoring and hand sewing, and then do Princess Tiana cosplays and keep my metrics and stats. How did I do? Okay, as far as sewing from my stash, I did a really good job sewing from my stash, but I also added a lot to my stash at the same time, so didn't really accomplish what I was really trying to do, which is sew down my stash, because I kept adding to it. So I give it like a 50%, you know. As far as recycling my scraps, I was unsuccessful in that this year. I was intending to use the take back bags offered by Trashy, but they don't take scraps. So that just killed that idea immediately. So I was not able to do that. But I did use the take back bags for like my actual clothing, you know, socks, all that stuff that I would normally just get rid of because I couldn't donate. So I did go ahead and use it for that. So not really for my sewing practice, but for my regular life, I did use the service. As far as focusing on skills in my sewing practice, not at all. 0%. Yeah. No. I mean, I practice my skills obviously in my projects, but what I really wanted to do was invest in like what do we call it? Like a sample binder where I literally am just practicing a skill for the sake of practicing it and then using it on different projects. It just didn't happen. I never got around to it. So, no. For the Princess Tiana cosplays, this one I'm a little bit disappointed about. I'm not gonna lie to you. I had the fabric, picked that out, was ready to go, and just never got around to actually sitting down and sewing it. I think because cosplays feel a little bit, I don't know, like whimsical and impractical. Impractical is the word I'm looking for. And I wanted to try to sew things that I could wear. And so I just never got around to actually sewing the cosplays, even around Halloween or anything. And keeping my metrics and stats. So I did create a Notion template for this one. Only thing is, I wasn't consistent enough with it. And I wasn't 100% sure which stats I wanted to keep. I was inspired to do this by, why am I blanking on her name? Wow. Brain. Recall information. I'm literally seeing her channel. Beautiful colored hair. Wow. Y'all, I really cannot remember. Now I gotta go to YouTube. I'm literally one of her Patreons. How do I not remember? I don't know. Hold up. This is gonna bother me. Does this happen to anybody else where your memory is just like, does not recall information? Okay, let's see. Subscriptions. Oh my gosh. Haley Marie Vintage. Marie Vintage. So I was inspired to keep my metrics by Haley Marie Vintage, okay? Because she does such a wonderful job on sharing like all the metrics for her projects and comparing them to what you can buy out in, you know, fast fashion and all that stuff. And it really inspired me, so I wanted to share that as well, but also was not 100% sure what I was trying to share. And I think my lack of clarity on exactly what I wanted to get from the metrics is the reason that I didn't really do a great job at keeping them. Next. Next category is the share category. So in this one, I had 3 main goals: release 1 YouTube video a week, wear what I make out in the world, and find my personal style, be more me, show up and show out, is how I put it. So obviously, I did not release 1 YouTube video a week. I released 18 videos total in 2024. I'm still going to take that as a win, okay, because I kept with it and I really tried my best, but I still let my insecurities get in the way, my perfectionism get in the way, you know, my procrastination get in the way, and so I did not exactly accomplish that. But I'll take my little 18 because they were at least throughout the year. Wear what I make out in the world. I did a better job at this, but also not in the way that I really wanted to. So I did wear some of my pieces out. I'm wearing something I made now that I've never shared on the channel. This is like actually a pajama set. It's McCall's. I'll put the pattern somewhere. But I still have so many pieces that I made this year that I didn't post about at all, like this, that I didn't wear. It's actually my first time wearing this as well. And it's just like hanging there. So I did better, but I can do better. And as far as finding my personal style, this kind of goes hand in hand with the fact that I didn't wear many of my clothes out into the world. I find it very difficult, and I made a video about this or mentioned this in the video previously as well, but I find it really hard to wear my clothes out and be seen and say I made it and all those things that I feel a lot of people in the sewing community really enjoy is so cringe for me. Like, ugh, I don't like it, but I did do better, but I can do better, if you know what I mean. Next up is my inspire category. I also had 3 goals in this one. So that was sending a child to sewing camp, donating a sewing machine to my local library, and supporting other creatives financially. So I did send a child to sewing camp at Madame Chino, which was awesome. It felt great. I didn't like see this child or get photos or anything like that, but you know, Vanessa did let me know that she was able to gift that experience to a young one in the community, and that made me feel really good because I want the joy of sewing to be shared in the next generation, you know, like it was for me. I donated a sewing machine to my local library. I did get that done as well. I donated the machine, kind of walked in, was like, hey, here's a machine, and they were all like, oh my god, thank you so much, like, we really appreciate it. And I'm like, oh, you're welcome. So that's how that went. It was fun. I enjoyed it. And then as far as supporting other creatives financially, I don't know, whatever. I supported other creatives on Patreon. That was my choice. So I did support 5 creatives this year, you know, with monthly subscriptions, and it felt really good. So all of those in Inspire I did get done. Awesome. Lastly was the Connect category, which I had attend Chicago Frocktails, which I did attend. Ooh, y'all. It was a hard journey to Chicago Frocktails, and that's why you never saw a video about it or posts or anything. The emotional internal warfare that I had to go through to get myself to Frocktails. Whew, it was a lot. It was a lot. I turned the camera on because I wanted to share the absolute breakdown I'm having right now. throat. I don't know when I became so afraid. Like, I'm just trying to finish the dress. And it's simple. I just have to do the hem and attach the lining. But I'm terrified. I don't know when this happened. I don't know how I became so afraid to be seen. When did I start thinking so little of myself? I won't say that I was fearless, you know, before when I was younger, but I was myself. And then I wasn't. And now I'm having a hard time finding my way back. I was my first real like solo trip. Like, I wasn't traveling with anybody else. I took the train, I booked the hotel, I obviously made the dress, and you know, I got my makeup done. It was a lot. It was a lot because I was so fearful and so uncomfortable with the idea of showing up fully in that space. But I'm so happy that I did. I'm very happy that I did. I met amazing sewists. I felt included. I felt seen in the best way. I won one of the awards. It was a wonderful experience. Though, like, emotionally trying, I'm really proud of myself for attending this year. Like, really proud of myself. Probably the biggest sewing accomplishment was making my dress and actually attending Chicago Frock Tales. Go me. Go me. All right. Well, those were all of my goals for 2024 and how it all played out. I am going to be reflecting a little bit on how this year went and sharing what is to come in my next few videos. So if you would like to see what I'm planning for 2025, feel free to subscribe, like this video if you liked it, share it if you want to share it with somebody. I would love that. But meet me in the comments. Tell me what you're doing in 2024. Like, how did it go? Did you do well? Are you proud? What are you most proud of? What is the greatest experience? I don't know. Whatever you want to share with me, let's have a combo. Let's have a convo in the comments. See how I connected that? It was an accident. Anyway, I'm done rambling. I will see you in my next one. Bye. Oh yeah, and Happy New Year! Woo, 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 woo. This year's gonna be awesome. I just know it.